Friend about a voice note being shared on social media about 5G. Now, in the past 1 week, I've seen numerous commentaries about 5G being connected to the coronavirus and 5G being the new 666. And on today's episode of Don't Be Stupid, we're going to talk about 5G. 5G is the fifth generation of wireless communications technology supporting cellular data networks. Now, this is a combination of standards, technologies, and processes. It's not a product owned by one person or persons, nor is it controlled by a government or anyone's daddy. In the past 4 decades, more than any technology, mobile phones have completely changed the way we live our lives forever. Initially, it was 1G and we could just talk. Then we had 2G, we could send text messages. Then we had 2.5G and we started, looking at those data services. Then we had 3G and that brought about, the entire internet experience. Then we had 3.5G and we had the app experience. Now we have 4G and we have awesome internet experience. And with 4G LTE, double data speeds, the experience is even more awesome. Now with 5G, we're looking at 10 times to 100 times more data speeds. While most Gs operate particularly within specific spectrums, 5G tech benefits of the 3 major radio frequency spectrums: low, mid, and high. Frequency spectrum? What the hell is he talking about? In order not to make you look stupid, I'll break it down for you. Now, the mid-band spectrum provides faster speeds and lower latency than low band. It does, however, fail to penetrate buildings as effectively as low-band spectrum. This is where 4G is really big. And sometimes you're in your house, you don't really get those 4G signals. If you've used Wi-Fi in a place where there are so many walls, you'd realize that sometimes your signals drop. And that's because these signals cannot penetrate walls. And the wahala that 5G got itself into is to operate within that high band frequency spectrum and using millimeter wave technology. Now, this particular spectrum is very decongested. Not too many people are playing there. And this promises to give more bandwidth and crazy speed. And people don't understand that and they go gaga. The term millimeter wave refers to a specific part of the radio frequency spectrum between 24 gigahertz and 100 gigahertz, which have a very short wavelength. Now, this section of the spectrum is pretty much unused, so mmWave technology aims to greatly increase the amount of bandwidth available, for communication. Now, lower frequencies are more heavily congested with TV, radio signals, as well as the 4G LTE networks that are currently available. You notice with 5G, you find out that there's so many antennas being installed, small, energy efficient antennas, and not those tall, big masts that we're all used to. Now, the objective with millimeter wave is to increase the data bandwidth available over smaller, densely populated areas. So it will be a key part of 5G in many cities, powering data in sports stadiums, malls, and convention centers, as well as basically anywhere data congestion might be a problem. So if you're a little bit away from those congestions, your older technologies will still suffice. So 5G in its sense is a combination of the best of all the former technologies and even more. So how is 5G the cause of the corona epidemic? So, 5G is a wave. It is not a bioagent. It is not a chip. It is a wave. Say it. Wave. It's a millimeter wave, meaning the wavelength is 1 millimeter, very tiny, resulting in a high speed. And with high speeds in radio propagation, you have low energy. So in summary, very high frequency 5G signals don't travel very far and don't transition very well from indoors to outdoors. However, the technology to ensure that you will always keep having good coverage is in the use of good antenna design. Indoors, you will have to rely on your older technology. No, it cannot penetrate your body. Human bodies are reasonably good at blocking high frequency radio, and we are part water and reasonably dense. That's partly why Bluetooth headphones don't always work if your phone is blocked by your body. And that's why you need to get a new phone to even use 5G, because the antenna design in these new phones is different. So if your hand is holding the phone, you won't block the signals. So you see, 5G isn't about your phone, but rather it's about the last mile delivery of good data and services. Now, radiation is out there and you should be concerned, but there are some good radiation. In fact, we bathe in radiation all our lives. Look at the cosmic rays from the sun. Who is questioning the sun? And who is questioning the fact that too much sun and underdevelopment in Africa could be correlated? Wait, coronavirus is a chip to control us all using 5G technology that even with a vaccine, I'll be monitored and controlled. Haba, who did this to us? Guys, a virus is a virus. Radio waves are radio waves. And with the current technology and knowledge available to humans, to tag someone in a way that they'll be so monitored, radio propagation has to be intricately designed and not just a random virus. Now, the system will need power and antennas to broadcast. It will also have to follow certain protocols to even transmit data. How is it possible to put that in a virus so small? Humans haven't reached there yet. Thank you for watching, and if you have any stupidity you'd like me to debunk, send me a mail at fola@digitalpassion.